So friends, hello everyone. Recently, there was news that the Metamask token ticker appeared on the CoinMarketCap. We can see now, as a matter of fact, on CoinMarketCap. Indeed, it exists, but so far without any data. But this news, of course, has greatly warmed up all those who rely on a certain percentage of the Metamask wallet. The official representatives of Metamask, however, did not comment on this appearance of the page in any way and even rejected information about any possible drop at all. But you and I are well aware that this may not be the case, and indeed it is possible a harbinger of the launch of the token, which means if there is a token, then you probably can also retro drop. And now, in my opinion, it's time to get active in Metamask in order to get under this retro drop. In order to do this, you need to go to the website of the Metamask.io portfolio. If you have never been there yet, attach your Metamask and do a few actions that will potentially include you in the list of those to whom the retro drop will be distributed. Of course, a lot of time has already passed and perhaps the snapshot has already been taken, but, in fact, it is never known at what point it will be made, and therefore there are always chances for you, including to participate in the retrodope. Usually, the following action leads to actions for a retrograde. If you use a wallet in any way, there is a certain number of transactions, well, there is usually a certain amount. And, of course, if you have been active with the ecosystem of the innermost wallet in any way. In order to do this in the case of the Metamask, we have several tabs on the left and I will now show you what can be done in them. The first tab that we will look at is the Summary tab. This is an internal exchanger, which is directly in the Metamask itself. It is quite convenient, because here you can choose any network and exchange the tokens you need in this network. Let me show you an example. Let's choose with you, for example, BinBuy with a March. Let's choose a token and exchange some tokens for BinBuy. Specify the quantity. Click the Get Code. And in fact, he immediately shows us the amount of BinBuy that we will receive. Click Swap. He shows us the commission. The commission is standard. We confirm. And the transaction is confirmed with us, as we can see. You can also view this transaction directly in the Explorer. And here the information will be fully displayed to us. What happened to us? In this case, we changed 10US to 0.03 BinBuy. The transaction is confirmed. Great. That is, in this way we can interact with the internal network, exchange our tokens here, and of course, in this case it is desirable to catch up with some volumes, because volumes are also quite an important multiplier in retro drops. That is, preferably from 100, preferably from 1,000, so that you can drive your tokens here for $1,000 and above. This can be done in such networks as BinBuy Chain, in the Polygon, about the shuttlecock, there are quite low commissions, and you will lose a little on this. The next thing we will consider. This is the Bridge tab. These tabs allow you to transfer your tokens from one network to another as part of your Metamask. Let's also look at the example of a BIM blockchain. Let's translate, for example, from BIM blockchain to shuttlecock. We will also choose US and throw, say, 50 US. The calculation takes place. As we can see, it shows that with the commission, we will have a total of about 49 whole 3/10 transferred. In principle, as you can see, the commission is not very large. We confirm with you. We confirmed the token with you, we rounded it up. And now we will directly confirm the transaction itself. So, the button is active, click. We look at the commission, a small one. And we pay. The bridges work fast enough, I have already used these bridges, somewhere within just a couple of minutes everything happens. And also information about which funds will be transferred will be displayed here. As you can see, the bridge is progress. Here you can see to expand the transaction, see, as you can see, in this case, where the means are sent from the bin, see in the Explorer what state it is in. Here with BinBuy, for example, I have already gone. Now you just have to wait for them to come directly to your wallet. In this way, you can use Bridge. Naturally, it is also desirable to use different networks, to overtake between all existing ones, that is, there is Ether, Optimism, Polygon, Arbitrum. As we understand perfectly well, there will be quite high commissions on the air, but at least one transaction should be run there for a possible retro drop multiplier. There are also separate tabs here, such as buy. This is an opportunity to purchase a token directly from a credit card, perhaps it will be some kind of multiplier for a drop. You can also just go here from the card to buy any tokens if you need them. There is also a new stake tab, but since it's beta, I don't think it will participate in any way in the drop. But you can, in principle, hear your Ether tokens for a stake for some small amount. Perhaps it will somehow affect. And there is also a watch list button. Here you can add the tokens you are following to the watch list. I think it's worth getting a little more active here, pressing a couple of tokens. I, for example, added the USK, just to have them, to make it clear that you are also interacting with this tab. But the main ones, let me remind you, are of course swap and bridge. The number of transactions and the total volume of transactions that you will conduct here, I think, will directly affect the number of drop coins you receive from the Metamask. Let me remind you that, of course, quite a lot of time has passed. Metamask has been on the market for a long time, and no one knows the drop multipliers in advance. But I think that at the moment it will not be superfluous to be active in the portfolio, in order for the future, at least, not to bite your elbows from Thomas, if suddenly it was possible to participate in this drop with simple enough actions. If you liked the video, please like it. If you have any questions, at the bottom in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks to everyone, bye to everyone.